If fear is the only thing stopping us from achieving our dreams, and we only fear what we don't understand, then the antidote to fear is knowledge. All we have to do is find out who has the knowledge that we need to conquer our fears and achieve our entrepreneurial dreams. My name is Callum Walker, and welcome to the podcast that will help you figure it out and conquer this lonely entrepreneurial journey.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the podcast. At the time of recording this, it is January the 2nd, 2026, and there is a huge realization here. You know how everyone kind of has the new year, new me sort of stuff? Should tell you what's really interesting. This January the 2nd, 2026 is the exact same as January the 2nd, 2025. And it is also the exact same as January the 2nd, 1975. Now, where am I going with this? Where I am going with this is that today's episode is really going to help you if you feel that maybe sometimes you get a little bit lost in the noise, that you almost kind of feel that that there's just not enough to go around, that it's harder than ever to sign new clients up and to bring them into your world and to have them become a client. If you've struggled with that, I'm going to kind of reveal a really, really kind of like hard truth to you that you need to begin owning. Because if you don't own this truth, you will continue to suffer. And I don't just mean continue to suffer in terms of your business, but I mean continue to suffer in terms of yourself. In the sense of that, when you're in a place of scarcity, that there's not enough to go around, this whole game is just not fun. Because you're constantly kind of operating in a place of instability, in a place where, that scarcity mindset is causing questions in your mind to start coming up, which effectively say like, oh my God, am I ever going to be able to really make this a success? So if you don't accept what I'm about to kind of run through here, you will continue to suffer. Now, how do I know that? Because I was in the exact same mindset until, in all honesty, what has happened to me today and what I'm going to reveal to you today slapped me slap bang in the face. Now, it is January the 2nd, and that is a Friday, 2026. So first of all, Happy New Year. But I've just gone into the gym at 4 o'clock. And normally, if I go into the gym on a Friday at 4 o'clock, it's fucking dead. Like, it is dead. And I've just gone in and I have never seen that gym so busy. And I'm not just talking about so busy at 4 o'clock on a Friday. I mean, in general, so busy. And I looked around and I could see so many people who had absolutely no idea what they were doing in the gym. No idea. Like, they looked like rabbit in headlights. You could see the gym anxiety coming through. You could see the fact that people were like, oh my God, the fuck am I doing on this machine? Now, that's not to put people down and say that they haven't got a clue what they're doing. That isn't the point of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there was a flood of people who have a desire to get into shape. The gym that I'm at, so the David Lloyd, has just made an absolute killing in new gym memberships. Why? Because there are so many people who are genuinely still heavily invested in trying to get into shape. And whenever you get into the mindset of there's not enough to go around, go into your local town, go into your city, look around at the number of people who are overweight, who are spending their money. There are countless people, and I say this to all of the guys on the Next Level Coach. To make £100,000, you don't need a lot of people. You only need 40 people to pay you £200 a month. Now, the gym that I'm at is £214 a month. And the David Lloyd have just made an absolute killing in new gym memberships for people just paying to access the gym. Just to access the gym. That's without personal training sessions. Now, I know so many coaches who are selling 8 sessions a month for 200 quid. Now, there are people in that gym who were paying £200 just for a membership, and they had absolutely no idea what they were doing. They desperately needed help. But the point that I'm really coming at here is that the reason why those people will not be in the gym in 4 weeks' time is not because they don't have the willpower to stay on track with getting into shape. It's not that. It's because they won't be getting results. And the reason they won't be getting results is because our culture and our society over the past 50 to 60 years has drummed into the general public that to get into shape, exercise is the solution. So people naturally go, to lose weight, I've got to start running. To lose weight, I've got to go to the gym. But the gym is not the thing that gets people to lose weight. The gym, exercise, is not the thing that causes people to get into shape. It's not. How do I know that? Because I'm a nutritionist. And as a nutritionist, I would have clients who were losing between 10 and 14 pounds, nearly a stone, every single month like clockwork, just from changing up what they're eating. Not from doing exercise, because I originally started out as a personal trainer. I qualified back in 2012, but I actually was just working with people solely from a nutritional point of view, telling them what to eat. Now, what happens is that when someone loses a stone, they get motivated by results. We get motivated by results because we get positive feedback. When I do this and I get that, I want to do more of that because then I'll get more of this. Now, here's the thing. All of these new people on January the 2nd who've come to the gym, they've come to the gym to try and get into shape. Now, the problem is that they are going to go to the gym every day for the next week and they're going to see absolutely nothing. Why? Because the vehicle of exercise is not the thing that will get them to lose weight and to get into shape. But no one is there teaching them specifically what they need to do when it comes to eating. And here is your biggest opportunity. Your biggest opportunity is the fact that it may feel like there are more coaches than ever. There are, but there's also more people overweight and unhappy than ever. But more importantly, this coaching industry may seem saturated, but it is not competitive because every other coach is saying the exact same thing. And no other coach is really trained at a high level from a nutritional point of view to really be able to deliver results that are similar to the kind of results that I'm able to deliver with clients that I work with. How many personal trainers or coaches do you know could deliver a nutritional strategy that can legitimately get someone to lose 10 to 14 pounds every single month while building muscle at the same time without needing to track macros? Personally, I only know the ones that are in my program and trained by me. That's not because of ego and me saying, oh, I'm amazing. It's because when you actually tackle the thing that drives results and actually learn how to deliver those results at a high level, then you can deliver results no other coach can even compete with. But more importantly, what happens is, if you're struggling from an adherence point of view, this will help immensely. Because I used to have so many clients, before I learned all of these high quality strategies to deliver these caliber of results, I would have so many clients who would absolutely drive me insane. They would drive me nuts. Do you know why they would drive me nuts? Because they just wouldn't follow what I was saying. I was banging my head against a wall, begging them to just stop eating burgers, until I actually asked them the question that I never asked before, which was, Tom, can I ask you why you're not following my plan? And he said to me, well, in all honesty, Cal, like, I was kind of following your stuff, but I wasn't really kind of getting results. And there's only so much time that you can actually almost kind of be motivated to do something that doesn't work. If you have a business mentor right now, or if you've had a business mentor, if you did everything that they told you to do and then you weren't making money, eventually you'd stop doing what they told you to do. Would you agree? So the point I'm coming at here is that you have a huge opportunity right now because no other coach is actually giving people the tools that they actually need. And here's where leveling up your nutrition game, especially right now around the January, February, March period, is going to be the thing that will separate you from all of the other coaches, but more importantly, is probably going to be that silver bullet that you've actually been searching for. Because what's actually going to happen here is that People try to get into shape, and they've tried and they have tried. Every single year they've gone back to the gym. Every single year they've gone back to the gym. And they think they kind of know what to do from an exercise point of view. But if you look at the number one thing that people have the most amount of confusion around, it is, what do I need to put into my mouth in order to get into shape? People don't know what that is. And if you can actually come to them with a brand new way of doing things by saying like, hey, motivation to get into shape is high right now, but let's make this the last time you ever need to get into shape. Let's do this right this time. And the way we're going to do it is by tackling what you're putting into your mouth. Not only are you going to have people who actually buy into you because they go, yes, this is the thing I've never properly actually addressed before, but more importantly, they will then start to get results. When they start getting results, what happens? They then adhere more. When they adhere more, they then keep getting results. And the beauty is, for us in the fitness space, we are one of the only industries where you can consistently see the legitimate results that we can deliver. So if I've got someone who's lost a stone, 2 stone, 3 stone, 4 stone, do you think that person's going to look any different? Hell yeah. And what's going to happen? Their friends are going to go, where have you gone? And they go, I went to Callum. And when their friends have seen them struggle year after year after year after year after year, and finally 2026 was the year that they actually had success and they actually made progress, they're going to refer. And when they're referring, you can then take advantage of what I sign every single episode off, which is never forget. If every one of your clients gave you just one new client, you've doubled your business. You can legitimately double your businesses. As I said, if you've got 20 clients paying you £200 a month, you only need each one of those to give you one referral each. And off the back of that, you've got a 6-figure business. It's not complicated. It's not hard. Hitting 6 figures, truthfully, is only hard because we make it hard. And I know that because that's what I did. I tried so many complex, challenging, difficult, all of these kind of wacky and weird things because I thought it was going to be hard, but it actually wasn't. It was actually really simple. Because if you look at that, 40 people at £200 a month over a year, that's just over 3 people a month. Can you find 3 overweight, unhappy, financially qualified people every single month? Can you find 40 of those people? I've just found 40 of those people in the gym on a Friday at 4 p.m. on January the 2nd, 2026. They're all paying £214 a month to go to David Lloyd to not get a result. Whereas they could pay less than that to you as a coach to be able to get a result. So here's my question to you. Do you truthfully feel that you are capable of delivering results that no other coach can compete with? Do you feel that you have the absolute solution to be able to take these people's results to a whole new level where you can finally give them the last solution that they're ever searching for to get into shape, to make their new year, their new me thing, the last time they ever have to try that? That is the mission that you need to go on. Now, if you haven't grabbed access to your free nutrition coaching review with me below, don't be a muppet, okay? Because I'm offering out a free nutrition coaching review to any personal trainer or online coach listening to this. You have the opportunity to sit down with me for 60 minutes, no sales pitch. It's just solely a review of your current nutrition coaching. We'll have a look at what you're doing right now. We'll have a look at what you want to achieve, and we'll highlight exactly what's missing, and then put together a very clear roadmap for you so you can leave that session knowing exactly what the next best steps are so that you can become that coach that people don't compete with. So you can go and bring in those 40 people over the next year to actually be able to deliver a result and a service that they couldn't get from anyone else, so they stay with you and you can hit that 6 figures. So if you haven't grabbed your spot on my free nutrition coaching review, click on the notes below, make sure you book that session, and I'll speak to you soon. Never forget, if every one of your clients gave you just one new client, you've doubled your business.
Have you got a client who isn't losing weight right now and you have absolutely no idea why? And maybe you're worrying that if nothing changes, they could drop off at any moment? Well, I've got a free nutrition masterclass for you where I reveal the secret nutrition strategy that guarantees that stuck client loses 2 to 4 pounds in the next 7 days without lowering their calories, upping their cardio, or even tracking macros. Click the link in the description to get access to the free Elite Nutrition Secrets Masterclass and get your client moving in the right direction, stopping them dropping off today.